Hey, how are you today?
Hi, I'm good.
Okay, so first and foremost, I wanted to know at 13, how did you get into acting?
So I started acting when I was about 9, and I got an audition for The Lion King on Broadway, and I booked that, and then I just kept going with Broadway and musical theater, and then I got into The Lion King remake, which is coming out July 19th, and now we're here at Us.
So how did you land Us?
So I got a self-tape audition from my agents, and the sides were really creepy, and it was labeled an untitled thriller, and so then we got the call saying that it was a Jordan Peele film, and he wanted to fly us out to LA to meet him and have a chemistry read. And so that was really exciting, and that's where I met Evan Alex, the boy who plays my little brother. And we had so much fun just in that audition. We connected really well, and I think that that's how it all started, and now we're here.
Okay, so I saw the movie already and it's pretty spooky. So I just would like for you to explain to me what it's like playing the good and quote unquote evil
Right.
character.
Right. It is kind of challenging, you know. I think that all of the cast members really portrayed their characters really well. And it was so great seeing the finished product at the premiere. It was really spectacular, and hearing everybody's reactions, it was pretty heartwarming.
What were your parents' thoughts on the role? Because it is a bit spooky, and I don't know if I would let a 13-year-old watch the movie.
No, I feel my parents, they really had no problem with it. You know, I think that this was a really good role to really get started into, you know, the film industry, especially a horror movie. like, nonetheless, you know, the most anticipated horror movie. And that was kind of crazy going from musical theater and switching to horror, you know, pretty quickly. But it was such a fantastic experience.
What was it like working with such a star-studded cast?
Right. It was a little bit nerve-wracking when I first met them. But Lupita and Winston, you know, once I really talked to them and got to know them, you know, they were really like a family now. We bonded so well.
Was there any advice that Jordan Peele gave you?
No, he didn't give me direct advice, but it was really great watching him, you know, just work and being around all of his casting crew. It was really fantastic.
Okay, so the movie has a lot of layers, and so I wanted to know what is the underlining meaning that you took from the movie?
Well, as you know, the movie really is that we are our own worst enemy. And for a pretty long time, I had no idea what this movie really meant, and I felt like I was like too far in this in shooting to really ask him. I felt like I was a little bit nervous to ask Jordan, like really what it meant. But he explained it to everybody at South by Southwest when he said that, you know, we as a people are kind of scared of the other. So sometimes we just need to look at ourselves and see that we are the monster.
So would you do another horror movie again?
Maybe, yeah, probably, but might probably not after this one, just so that, you know, I won't get like pigeonholed into the horror genre, because I want to look at other genres as well.
So what do you think is the most difficult part of going from Broadway and acting in theater to performing in a feature film?
The hardest part is, oh, I guess really getting out of my shell to play such an extravagant role. You know, it was challenging, but it was also fun. You know, just to just being around everybody. You know, Jordan really helped us a lot, and I feel like we definitely couldn't have done it without the support of him and all of the cast members. You know, us being together. So I think that that was really the most challenging part, but I feel like I got over it pretty quickly just from the support.
And recently I saw that you wore a Black Girl Magic shirt. So I wanted to know, what does Black Girl Magic mean to you?
I guess that it means, you know, all the spectacular things that us as Black girls accomplish. I guess that it means a lot about our intelligence, about just our beauty, you know, stuff like that.
In seeing the movie, I felt like Black people were represented pretty well, especially in terms of the lighting. I
Yes.
thought it was a spectacular job. So in terms of representation, I know that you're young, but what does that mean for you? Because when I was your age, I didn't have that sort of like mainstream representation of.
Right. Same for me. So I think that representation is so important for, you know, young Black boys and girls. And it's great that this film, you know, really showcases a beautiful dark-skinned family. Because, you know, we really don't get a lot of that, unfortunately. But I think that Jordan really represented us correctly. You know, not the first ones to die. Yeah, you really don't get to see a lot of that, especially in horror. So it was great. Even though this movie isn't about race, I think that it was important to showcase a Black family.